vanished without a trace. The Springfield Three, June 6, 1992, was a night of celebration in Springfield, Missouri. The summer air was warm with joy, laughter, and the sounds of young voices echoing through the neighborhoods. The place had grown too crowded, too chaotic. Instead, they opted for a quieter setting. Susie's home at 1717 East Delmar Street, where she lived with her mother, Sherrill Levitt. For two high school seniors, Stacy McCall and Suzanne Streeter, it was the evening they had dreamed about 4 years, graduation day. Caps were tossed, photos taken, and plans made for what came next. That night, they were simply two bright girls, excited for the future, unaware that they would soon become the center of one of the most haunting mysteries in American history. Purses, clothing, and jewelry had been left behind. Cars remained parked in the driveway. Susie's makeup was still laid out on the bathroom counter. The family dog, Cinnamon, roamed the house, agitated but unharmed. As the parties died down in the early morning hours of June 7th, Stacy and Susie decided not to stay the night at a friend's house, as originally planned. She had spoken with a friend on the phone around 11:15 p.m. the night before the disappearance, chatting about something as ordinary as repainting a chest of drawers. She had a small tumor in the corner of her mouth that gave the impression she was holding something there, a minor quirk that made her all the more unique. She was known to be outgoing, fearless, and close with her mother. There was no fear in her voice, no hint of trouble. She was the kind of girl who always called her mum. When she didn't, her parents knew something was wrong. Friends and family, assuming the women had simply gone out unexpectedly, cleaned up some of the house, unknowingly disturbing what could have been crucial evidence. A broken porch light, a voicemail that was accidentally deleted. Small details that now haunt investigators. The time was 2:15 a.m. when they left the graduation celebration. That was the last time anyone saw them alive. The house on Delmar Street. The house was a modest, single-story ranch-style home tucked into a quiet suburban neighborhood. Nothing about it suggested the setting of a mystery. What kind of person could remove 3 adult women from a house without neighbors hearing a thing? Rumors ran wild. Drug rings, stalkers, secret lovers, jealous friends, serial killers. But no one came forward. Or, if they did, they never spoke loud enough to be heard. But there were no concrete leads, no suspects, no confessions, no bodies. Stacy's mother still clings to hope, her voice cracking during interviews. Even after all these years, it remains one of America's most chilling unsolved cases, a story not just of loss, but of disappearance without explanation. Susie's friends leave flowers near the spot where her laughter once echoed. Cheryl's co-workers still remember the day she didn't show up. Had they been lured outside? Were they attacked in their sleep? Were they still alive? And when friends and family arrived there later that day, nothing at first seemed out of place. But then, everything did. Stacy's mother, worried when her daughter didn't return home or call, went to the house. Cadaver dogs signaled a possible hit, but a full excavation was never done. The theory remains unconfirmed to this day. She found no signs of forced entry, no broken windows, no shattered lamps. The front door was unlocked. After all these years, their story deserves an ending. Inside, the scene was eerily still. The TV was on. Nothing was stolen, and yet all 3 women were gone. Cheryl's bed looked slept in. The house on Delmar Street has changed owners. The neighborhood is quieter, but shadows linger. It was as though the air itself had swallowed them whole. Who were they? Sherrill Levitt, 47, was a respected hairstylist, a petite woman with short bleached blonde curls, known for her quiet demeanor and work ethic. Susie Streeter, 19, had just finished high school. Stacy McCall, 18, was sweet, soft-spoken, and looking forward to a trip to a water park the next day. A crime scene without a crime. The police were called, but not immediately. Despite the absence of struggle, police believed the women had been abducted. Theories began to swirl like smoke. A town gripped by fear. One man claimed the women were buried beneath a hospital parking garage. As days turned into weeks, Springfield changed. People began locking doors they never used to lock. Parents clung tighter to their children. Tips came in, thousands of them. Psychics called, so did pranksters. Despite the help of the FBI, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and other agencies, no evidence ever surfaced that could explain what happened that night. Time moves on, but not for everyone. Decades have now passed since that warm June night. a $43,000 reward was offered for information, leading to the location of the women or the person responsible for their disappearance. The families still grieve. Birthdays come and go. Holidays pass with empty chairs, a vanishing that echoes the disappearance of Sherrill Levitt, Suzanne Streeter, and Stacy McCall is now known as the Springfield Three. There were no screams, no witness, no ransom, no trace. 3 lives vanished in the dead of night, leaving behind only questions and the cold echo of a summer evening that should have ended in joy. If you have any information about the disappearance of these women, please contact the Springfield Police Department or Crime Stoppers.